Welcome back to Let's Play Pillars of Eternity. Since last time, I went ahead and rested, and the last episode, we cleared the 6th floor of Adnua, decided to hold off on the second half, basically, of the dungeon, and we cleared the issue in the lighthouse. Today, we're looking for Vianna for the Knights of the Crucible. Scrivener's Dormitory is where we're headed next, because we need to go find the nonsense-speaking drug dealer, who's going to tell us where to find Vianna.
Hail and well met.
Corin. By Whale's eyeless face, you are one short ogre. But why are you green, and how are you getting the ducks to keep flying around you like that? Let me guess, you smoked a lot of white leaf, or did you get your hands on some snowcap? He claps his hands and laughs. Snowcap. Snowcap. So few people know Snowcap, much less ogres. He beams and nods his head. I'm looking for Vianna. I like Vianna. She's always talking about metal men, which is strange, since I'm pretty sure she doesn't eat Snowcap. His brow wrinkles. I don't talk about metal men either, and I do eat Snowcap. Huh. Anyway, she's not here right now. Flew away to Andra's gift to meet her friend Bessia. No, Clasia. Yes, Clasia. Clasia is the friend she's gone to meet, in Andra's gift, in a house, not a boat. North house, empty house. Andra's gift has a lot of boats. You should go rowing sometime.
Hey.
Mortis Ghost, is that you? Nah, he didn't talk enough about boat. For the unaware, Mortis Ghost is the developer of Off. Right. So the plan is to do the quests here in Defiance Bay before heading back to the dungeon over in Stormwall Gorge. So first we're helping the Crucible Knights, then the Dozens. And we have that one locked-off district of the city that we were allowed into, I think. Or we have the ability to be allowed into. Wow, it's foggy. Let's see.
Alright then.
City, North Empty House. There's an abandoned house here.
Hey.
Addicts. Let's check a different house then. Empty house on the northern end of the district. There's another abandoned house over here, though, that it could be. camping supplies. Quest updated. Built to last. As you enter the room, you see several figures huddled together. They stand at attention, armed, but not in matched gear like the Crucible Knights. At the center of the group, one woman looms over another, holding a flail. She snarls at the cowering figure. You've got pages of research here. You expect me to believe this was just your scratch work? It's nothing, I promise, just my notes. You hear a painful smack as the woman backhands her captive. We know you were meeting with the Crucible Knights. You think they're the only ones with power in this city? They call us the Dozens for a reason. Now I won't ask you again. At a nudge from one of her men, the woman turns and sees you watching. Her eyes narrow. You shouldn't be here. What's going on here? She tightens her grip on her flail. Nothing you need to know about. Okay. I hope this doesn't affect my standing with the Dozens, because I do need as much, work as I can get. Though, somehow, I feel like these weren't exactly what the Dozens were asking for. Vianna's face is covered in bruises, and her eyes are wide with shock and relief. I don't know who you are, but thank you. Rapid, hitching breaths punctuate her words. I was sure they were going to kill me. She wipes a tear from her cheek, wincing as her knuckle grazes a bruise. What just happened here? I thought I was coming here to meet my friend from the Republics. It looks like I walked into a trap. She shakes her head. The Dozens must have been watching me for a while. I'd been working on a special project for the Crucible Knights, and they weren't exactly subtle about contacting me. About this project. It deals with a rather rare branch of animancy. No offense, but I probably shouldn't get too specific without Commander Cliver's permission. He commissioned it, after all. She laughs nervously, and you can see the trouble a little indiscretion has gotten me into. Tell me about yourself. I studied animancy in Ozaya, back in the Valian Republics. I came to Defiance Bay to research local advances, but instead of going to Brackenberry Sanitarium, I found a position as a scrivener at the Temple of Whale. I've had access to many rare manuscripts that most animancers never see. She shrugs. Of course, I've had to keep my head down. I've been careful not to let the head librarian or my colleagues know what I've been working on. Let's get out of here. She gnaws on a split lip. Commander Cliver of the Crucible Knights is waiting on my research. Not that you haven't already done a lot for me, but maybe you could take it to him? I'd kept it with me to prevent it from falling into the wrong hands, but you can see how well that worked out. She nods at Dodwina's corpse. She took it from me when I arrived. She takes a deep breath. Anyhow, don't wait on me. I can make my own way out of here. Flail. Aru Bricker. Heavy armor. +1 move speed and +10 deflection against ranged attacks. But no, not fine. This robust brigandine has been repeatedly enforced by the Adiran adventurer who once owned it. Arrow Breaker, okay. No one to really give that one to, unfortunately. Vianna's research. These pages contain Vianna's research on Ingwithan techniques for imbuing matter with essence. She appears to have developed a method based on her studies of animats. On the first page is a note to someone named Dunstan.
Hey.
Taxes collected. Ah, there we go. How are we still losing to bandits? We're so secure. Ugh, whatever. Let's just go see Dunstan. I should check how my reputation is with the Dozens now. Because the Knights of the Crucible weren't too upset about me killing that one patrol. And they did attack first. Knights neutral, dozens, ally, faintly good. I honestly expected that to...
You better grab a couple pints before you get me going on that one.
No complaints here.
I honestly figured that would be House Dominel. Especially based on the red name. I figured it was based on, like... reputation. Let's see here. Valiant Embassy. That angry paladin is probably over there. God, we haven't even done a proper sweep of this district. God, there are going to be so many freaking more quests to do. It's a little overwhelming. And I have to do them before advancing the story because I don't know when I'll be locked out of things. Dunstan is over in the forge, I think. Or he's supposed to be. Ah.
If this is about the breastplates, I already told Cleaver they won't be repaired till next week.
Oh, I can show him the Blade of Endless Paths. I found several fragments of an ancient sword. Do you think you could repair it? Dunstan gives a low whistle. That's a fine blade indeed. He holds one fragment in his rough hands. Looks Adiran. Special made. Must have been a commission for a champion of some sort. He hands the shard back to you. A sword of this caliber would have had a specially designed hilt, too. It would be a shame to graft anything else onto it, and besides, it'll balance best with all of the original pieces. You find the rest of it, and they'll forge it for you. I think this is what you've been looking for.
That's what Cleaver's been looking for anyway. If you found it, I guess I've got to start.
You don't sound too happy about this. I'm not, and I'm surprised someone as compassionate as you is going along with it. I've made it clear to Cleaver that this is a mistake. Trying to harness souls like this. It's a crime against the gods, and it's bound to earn us more trouble than it saves. But Cleaver's given me his orders, so I've got to build these things as best I can. Anyway, Cleaver's told me I'm to sell you any arms or armor you might want. You won't find better anywhere in Defiance Bay, I can promise you that.
Time to see if that Valia was worth all that blood and copper.
Quest completed. Built to last.
I'll be damned. To be honest, even I wasn't expecting it to work this well. Back to it. Cleaver will want me to finish the rest of it. It sounded like he has a job for you, too.
Alright, what do you have for sale? The White Spire, a unique S-Stock. 5 damage resistance bypass, inflicts disorienting and grants 3 blizzards per rest. Huh. Cool. As well as fine weapons and armor. Heldrick's Coat. Unique heavy armor. Exceptional. 3 damage reduction to freeze. 30 defense against prone and 15% against, or 15 defense against push. Shod in Faith. Consecrated ground when hit by a critical hit, 1 per encounter. Ooh. It's not a very good consecrated ground, though. That's only 9 endurance. Forge Master's Glove, 5 damage reduction, burn, and Firebrand, which summons the Firebrand weapon. A Universal Great Sword, 29 to 44 burn damage, damaging 3, 50% to crit. Nice. Oh, that is really tempting, but I still don't quite have the money to be comfortable with it. And I doubt selling these basic weapons will give me that much. Oh well. I'm sure I'll do shopping for uniques soon enough, but... Well, by soon enough I mean, like, when I figured out how to earn too much money. We do have those high-level bounties available at Cadnua, but I doubt that we're, quote, high-level yet. Commander Cleaver, how may I be of assistance? Was there more you needed me to do?
We'll complete the first squad of Forge Knights in no time. Now the High Justice will want to have his Forge Masters at Fleetbreaker Castle create more.
However, it's been brought to my attention that you're a close ally of the Dozens. He scowls. I'm sure you understand that further association puts us in a precarious position. Close ally is a stretch.
Of course.
Training room. Whatever. Almar has nothing to say. I really hope, well, actually completing this one quest should get me up to Reputation 2 with the Dozen, so I can at least recruit them. For the Cadnua battle. Okay, it really only leaves us the bronze beneath the lake. Which I am really not looking forward to doing. But at the same time, I really do want to get the Cadnua defense quest over with. An Animancer has requested an audience with you. Okay, Cadnua business takes priority always, and it skips ahead enough so that upgrades are usually done.
Looks a little healthier than before.
Let's see. Gata. I'm Gata, a researcher in the field of animancy. I could use some assistance if you're willing to hear me out. I'm looking into the Beowik problem. That is, forces that can unhouse souls from their vessels. I'm trying to develop some kind of defense to protect people against these forces. The trouble is, investigating what unhouses souls in the first place requires, well, souls. I haven't been able to arrange any test subjects. I need your help. We've lost so many people in these Beowiks already. Imagine if we could prevent things from ever happening, such things from happening again. Perhaps you can use something other than Kith for these tests. I would be willing to try using alternate subjects if you have a suggestion. There are vessels in the Eastern Wood. Can't you use them? Yes, but working with vessels can be dangerous. Hire some muscle. That ought to help. It certainly will, thank you. I will put the money to good use. With a good team, I'm sure we can gather a few test subjects. A cure can't be far away. I realized that was expensive, but at the same time, meh. Let's see, we've got some treasures. The Witch's Hat. Curse of the Mengpuri. Curse. Modal. This broad floppy hat was formerly in the possession of an old druid that you helped protect during a week-long druid processional along an ancient Ingwithan trail. Despite your best efforts, the druid died during a mercenary attack. Her brothers and sisters, appreciative that you saved their lives, gave you her hat as a gift. I mean, it's +2 int, so might as well. Holy crap, that is a lot of random parts. Alright. So I suppose while we're here in Cadnua, I should go ahead and take advantage of being able to at least pick up the bounties so I can try them. I do enjoy bounty quests in RPGs quite a bit.
Looks a little healthier than before.
Curio shop is over here too. Warden's Lodge is all the way over there. Let's see what's in the curio shop. Curio, then.
Hail and well met.
You have anything special, or is it just... Okay, it's just materials. Although binding coppers and worm wings are not very common for me to come across. The others... I guess these as well, but the others are pretty easy for me to find. Oh yeah, I should probably actually go ahead and take that. And have Hana equip it. It looks dumb. It looks so dumb. But 2 intellect. That is like freaking massive. 21 intellect. 66% area of effect, 55% duration, and 22 will bonuses. That is awesome.
Hey, looks a little healthier than before.
Right, that's finished in 3 days. I could have sent a dare, but I don't want to be down party member, especially such a central role.
How do you do?
This grizzled old man takes a puff from his pipe and nods at you. Was wondering when you'd be dropping by. Kith around here have been hit with more than their fair share of trouble of late. I'm up to my ear in bounty offers. Figured at least one of these might interest someone with your skills. What are the most recent bounties? Now, I ought to warn you, there's a reason these bounties are still on offer. These are tough bastards, every one of them. If you're not up to it now, feel free to come back around when you're better prepared. In the meantime, here's a good batch to start us off. There's a standing bounty on Sly Kierdel's head, of course. Then there's the forest lurker haunting the trade routes, and this ogre shaman. Should fetch a good price. And this last one is, War Chief Iklok. I want to know about Sly Kierdel. This bounty comes all the way from New Hiamar. Sly Kierdel and some of his accomplices have escaped the prison there and killed 2 justiciars on their way out. The guards are itching after revenge. A man matching his description was seen near Magron's Fork. He's well armed, and he'll have his friends with him too. Tell me about the forest lurker. I can take them. Let's see. Word is this big forest lurker's been taken up residence in the Black Meadow, just off the main road. The merchants have been calling it the Dweller, and they want it gone before it starts chewing up their caravans. I'll take on the ogre. That one that keeps making the rounds. Nalren the Wise. He's some kind of ogre shaman. They say he's raided a half a dozen farms all over the Deerwood. Word is he's holed up somewhere in Elmshore, though nobody who went looking for him has been seen since. Tell me about the war chief. War Chief Iklok. He's a Jarrip, if the name didn't tip you off. He moves around a lot, but he's known to haunt the Valewood from time to time. Folks want him dealt with before he takes up with the dragon. He'll be going. Right. Outlaws don't seem to be too difficult. Neither does a Jauric. The Forest Dweller might be the challenging one, because we know we can take ogre shamans. I wonder if the bounties give you unique items or just money. Like, obviously, I'm not opposed to money. But special items are cool too. I don't even... Wow. Elm's Reach is way out there. Like, I need to go through Deerford. Probably, like, 3 areas on the way over to Old Song. Alright. Outlaws don't tend to be the strongest of foes. Craft Hall is completed. Let's go ahead and buy the West Curtain Wall. Could I go in here before? More importantly, did I go in here before? Giaco. Giaco seems much improved for his time out of the dungeons, though a few fading bruises linger. It's good to see you again. I don't know if I can ever really thank you enough for your help. Getting here was a little more exciting than I'd hoped, what with all the wolves, but Kolsch and the others have been helping me, and I'll be back in the thick of it soon enough. He smiles brightly. And maybe I can return the favor, right? What is this place? Used to be someone's home, I suppose. Now it's where we meet. sometimes. Kolsch says it was abandoned when they found it. It's not all that secret, is it? I suppose it's far enough away from the hold. Wasn't expecting to see you there. Also, Radric is dead. Alright. Next, I guess I check over there. No. Lion Companion. Oh, there he is. I have to admit, I was expecting some kind of intro, but jumping right into things works for me. Right, those wizards and priests are going to be a problem. Alright. Let's drop missiles on the man himself, as well as a damage over time. You guys should be on him as well. No, take out the rogue. Most inconvenient. Yeah, getting stabbed tends to be pretty inconvenient, Aloth. I'm not sure if you've noticed that by now. I think I need to take out his buddies first. Like... Pillar of Faith is a good one to knock him down. Alright, take out the wizard. Yeah, now the ranger is not going to be as much of an issue as the others. And you knock him right down. Oh, right, attack of opportunities. Those are indeed things that happen. Okay.
Can't get a good shot at this.
Yeah, summon worms. And go ahead and second wind. Okay, there were certainly better ways we could have done that, but... Drake's Bell. A beast-slaying, rending, burn-proofed S-Stock. A weathered grimoire. And junk. Yeah, junk. Infused with Vital Essence Potion, Glass Skin, some lockpicks, loads of money, and his head. Alright. I'm gonna do them one by one, partially because, hey, keep passing time. Get more events going. Finish upgrades faster.
Looks a little healthier than before.
Wow, that was a significant chunk of money. Just off of the corpses, not even having sold the armor. That's a lot of experience, too.
How do you do?
Sly Kirdell is dead. Good work. They'll be celebrating in New Hiamore soon enough. Here's the bounty. 2,250 copper, 4,000 XP. Nice. Let's go ahead and take... It's between... let's go for the Dex Rest. I could do Survival, which is effectively a damage reduction bonus, but... Nah.
That's so indeed.
Alright, next up, the Dweller in Black Meadow, which I think... Is this the same one we had a run-in with? Not sure. How long till... This is a complete 2 days, 20 hours. Another slaver? Why do these people think that I'm going to be sympathetic? Fine, I'll get this one arrested. Now, I have no excuse to go down when fighting forest lurkers.
Of course.
Got some awakened wood. Trees and shrubs have grown up around these ancient bones, shrouding this monument to Gallowayne beneath. Let's see. So, clearly that wasn't the one I'm supposed to do. The Dweller. And it should be on its own because it's not like trolls and their like are so... Okay. Okay, so we all said some things that we regret.
Worth it. Roll.
Lavaru, be on seat.
Hmm. God, stop healing allied enemies. That is such a dumb thing that can happen.
Can't get a good shot.
What?
Kinda stuck over here.
Okay. You try to knock it down?
Damn it. I gotta take better care of Val.
Can't get a good
My
shot.
name.
Like this.
Well, okay. What can we do better next time? How does concussive missiles do against you? Not that well. Okay. Resolution. I think it's safe to say that primordial slaying is a good idea. I need more Barath's Bell. Let's see. Compare Justice. This is actually... Wow, that is just a much better weapon because it has lower DR reduction. It has DR reduction, burn-proofed, beast slaying, and rending. The rending is what really sells it here. Let's see. So that's 8 damage reduction bypass. You have kit slaying, which is admittedly really good. You could go for primordial slaying as well. And you... I don't like giving up the thematic of having beast slaying on your stuff, but you kind of need it. Alright, so I need to go back buy Barath's Bell. Because, honestly, we're going to be fighting loads of primordials in the not-too-distant future. Because we have the Dweller, the ones in the ruin for the dozens. The, what was it? Obviously the ones down in Odnua. Like, Kith slaying, now that I think about it, is really, like, unnecessary, because Kith enemies aren't that tough.
Hello.
You don't sell it? Probably the Botanical Garden would be where then. Because Curio is monster parts, now I think about it. But is anyone even over here to sell things? Warden of the Wilds. Everything seems to be in order. Blooded Thug. Yeah. Okay. We'll be heading back to Defiance Bay for the material merchant there then. In that case, War Chief Icklock in the Vale Wood. Oh, right. We have someone to get arrested. Because fuck slavers. Ugh. They are the scum of this world. I thought I made that clear by killing one, but... Where is it? Solmar. Where is he?
Welcome.
Oh, that potion of power looks really good. Oh well. Do I have to leave and come back?
Better indeed.
Kind of wish I could have more hirelings, just to get the maximum bonuses out of them. Thought you had something different to say. Is he in the dungeons where he should be kept?
Good day to you.
No, unfortunately. Maybe not granting an audience
Keeps coming
will
along
be
nicely.
enough. So back to the Valewood for the first time since the very beginning of the game. Gator successfully rounded up her test subjects. Alright. Curtain wall is complete. Hireling payday. Let's go ahead and build. We have enough security for now. So let's go ahead and build. Let's build the woodland trails. Alright. Oh, let's go into normal mode and actually take our food buffs.
Hey. Hey.
Didn't replace the bandits. Probably the Zhaorip camp, actually. Go after the High Priest. Wow, that is 3 High Priests over there. No, you're over here, so go ahead and hit that.
Dead on. Vianna.
Kana, you're almost done with your enemies, so...
You're not getting through me.
The War Chief is in the back there. Unsurprisingly, the shower rip's the easiest bounty.
Leave it to me.
Following your lead.
It's no use. Can't get.
Go for the knockdown.
La Farouk.
Easy. Quarterstaff, spears, shields. Ivory worm figurine. Summon 2 worms. Kana, you are quickly becoming our team heat summoner.
Hey.
Which, really, that shouldn't be the case. Give that to Hana. Just have someone in the back. Summon, summon, summon. Thematically, let's give that to Sagani, though. Alright, I never checked in here. Anything cool? 5th level spell, Blast of Frost and Enervating Terror, Confusion, Bounding Missiles, Mirrored Image, Combusting Wound. That is actually a pretty awesome spell. Alright. Head back to Cadnoa to take that bounty. The Dweller's probably going to be the hardest of them, because Ogre Shaman, annoying, but killable.
Looks a little healthier than before.
Hello.
War Chief Iklok is dead. That ought to make Dalewood a little safer for a time. Here's your reward. Another... Any new bounties? Okay. So I'm only going to get more once I complete the current set. Good to know. Alright. So that leaves... Nalarin the Wise and the Bounty. Elm Shore, I don't know where that is, though, is the issue. So the Dweller is gonna have to wait. He's gonna be the last one I do. So let's do Adair's mission, then.
Keeps coming along nicely.
Because that's fairly easy. I just need to go to the palace, which I needed to check out anyway, because there are undoubtedly going to be quests for Defiance Bay reputation. I'm sure. Is that, like, south of the Wooden Plains over here? It's probably, like, over here. And we still need to see what's going on in Heritage Hill. Hate, not heritage. Or, no. Heritage, not hate. Ducal Palace. Let's see. Sidley.
Hail and well met.
The young woman wears a simple but well-tailored uniform. She watches the comings and goings around her with quiet attention. Any news to share? Or are you just here to see the Ducal Palace? What's the Ducal Palace? It's the seat of government here in Defiance Bay. This is where Duke Admeth Hadrit declared freedom from Adiran rule some 150 years ago. She lowers her voice and grins. It's also a hotbed of regional politics. Trust me, the gossip here beats what you'll find in any tavern or brothel in the city. Ah, Deerwood politics. It changes too quickly to be worth keeping up with. Better to strike up conversation in the taverns than try to loiter inconspicuously in the palace corridors. Looking for news? Who are you? I'm a page here at the palace. I deliver messages and run errands for the Duke and his advisors. The pay's not great, but I can't think of a better introduction to politics. What goes on in here? She laughs. Where to start? We've got meetings, public hearings, and ceremonies, and that's just the stuff that happens out in the open. She leans in a little closer. This is where the Duke and his key advisors work, so there's always someone bartering for a favor. Unfortunately, I'm not at liberty to talk about that side of things. But if you want the official version, we have a shrine dedicated to Magron, official records, and chambers for public hearings and council meetings. What kinds of records are stored here? Mostly dull official stuff. Census counts, tax records, militia registers. Now, I keep my distance. I got curious one day and got drafted into reshelving half of the records. She yawns. First day of my life. Is there a hearing going on right now? Sure is. Duke Avar's been meeting with some of the city leaders for weeks now, trying to figure out how to address the legacy. The whole business is terribly secret, though. I tried to sit in the gallery during my lunch break one day and got turned away. She sniffs. But a lot of the talk concerns animancy, so there's good reason they're keeping the meetings behind closed doors. Why is animancy so controversial? She laughs. Where to begin? Traditionalists think it's a crime against the gods. There's no question that poking around in souls is risky, but the more progressive elements believe it's our only shot at restoring healthy births. And it doesn't help matters that animancy research often involves old Ingwithan relics that were illegally looted from ruins in Air Glonfoth. She makes a quick twitching motion with her index and middle fingers. So, what do you think about animancy? Me? I think the real danger is confusing a real scholar with an expensive fake. We get a new case here every day. Some poor couple in the Gift or a Copper Lane who spent every copper they had on a miracle cure for their unborn child. It never works. She shakes her head. Breaks your heart, but there's usually nothing we can do for them. I see. Anyway, the legacy is what the politicians have all been whispering about lately. Ask about something else. Oh. Right, so the record hall is where we want to go for Adair. Wonder if Durance has anything to say about the Magron shrine.
Well met, friend.
The woman's head is bowed and her lips move in prayer. Just as you approach, you catch her glimpsing at the statue near her. She notices you and forces a smile. Praise be to Magron, and welcome to her temple. How may I be of service? You seem upset. What's wrong? Her shoulders slump. This is about the fires, isn't it? She puts a hand on your shoulder. They're just symbols. You can't put your faith in them. Slow down and tell me what this is about. She sighs. Sacred pyres all around town. You must have seen the statues of the goddess around the city holding up empty braziers. I've been keeping them burning steadily for 15 years now, but I haven't been able to conjure them for months now, and people need to see them more than ever these days. What does that mean? It's my devotions and prayers that keep them lit, but lately when I try to pray, all I can think about are the Hollowborn all over the city, the grieving families, the refugees. She shakes her head. How could Magron allow us to suffer like this? What strength do we gain from a soulless child? Durance grunts with disdain. What strength do we gain from adversity, from trial and test? The fires don't wither because she lacks in faith. They wither because she does not understand how to be faithful to a whore. A whore wants neither praise nor devotion. A whore wants to be compensated for her services, and Magron is paid and pleasured in sweat and struggle and pain. This mewling imbecile is unworthy of Magron's womanly heat. And this is shaking your faith? She nods, running her hands through her hair. But I believe Magron may be speaking to me again. She frowns and casts a quick glance in your direction. This will likely sound so far-fetched to someone like you. Lately, I've been seeing visions, a place in the wilderness with pools filled with sunbursts of color, strange falls that seem to rise into the heavens even while they splash into the earth. She raises her hands as if framing an image of her vision, and behind the falls is a cave, filled with fire and heat and danger, and some token of my goddess. I know there's something there, but where it is or how I'd get there. She shakes her head. I've been meaning to ask around at the expedition hall to see if anyone recognizes the description. To be honest, though, I don't know what I'd do even if I found the place. Worthless, like so many of Magron's flock, afraid of her god's tests. If Magron speaks to her, it is to hasten an end to a hypocrite's life, and this vision is surely a death trap for the weak. What's the significance of the sacred pyres? They symbolize Magron's power and guidance, and right now, the people of Defiance Bay need to be assured of her presence. She crosses her arms, staring at the statue. Our neighbors in the Valian Republic see us as superstitious, but we're just sensitive to the signs and warnings of the gods. Goodbye. Quest, Cinders of Faith. Someone at the expedition hall might know.
Hey.
Right, that's the hearings. Would this be the records? Yeah, it would.
God's keep.
A taciturn man with graying hair pores over a tome he's just withdrawn from one of the shelves. He glances up at you with baggy eyes. Yes, is there something I can pull for you? I'm looking for militia records from the time of the Saints' War, trying to find out what happened to someone. The man clears his throat. We've had a number of inquiries about such information. I'm afraid we've had to bar access to the public. Seems there are still quite a number in Deerwood who bear ill will toward Reed Karens. It would be irresponsible to surrender their names to just anyone, and many came to settle here as refugees. Perhaps if you were more established in Defiance Bay, things would be different, but I have no reason to suspect you to be any different from the others. Cadnua? How do I get reputation in Defiance Bay if I can't do any of the quests for Defiance Bay? We've come a long way. I just need to find out about my brother. I don't even know what side he fought for. You must understand, I've heard many such stories. I'm afraid there's nothing I can do for you. Ay, ay, ay. I'm faintly good in Defiance Bay, too. Let's do a sweep of... I don't think we ever went into the embassy. No, we need to save that for next time because my throat. is really dry now. So next time on Pillars of Eternity.
Sagani, does your fox bite?
Yes.
Can I pet him anyway?
Sure and.
I'm gonna pet him.
Okay, I wasn't expecting that. But for real, next time we're gonna head into the Valiant Embassy, and did sweep over Brackenbury, so I guess Heritage